and welcome to my channel, The Purple Poncho. I'm Carolyn, and today I'm going to show you how to make the beautiful boho poncho. This garment is so pretty and is a great addition to your wardrobe. This simple design works up quickly and is easy to memorize the stitch pattern too. You will love making this and wearing it too. Thank you for being here, and let's get crocheting. Today I'll be using Red Heart Unforgettable, and the color is called Petunia. You'll also need a stitch marker and a size J crochet hook 6mm, or to obtain your gauge you might have to go up or down a size. Today I'll be making a size medium, so go ahead and make a slip knot and place it on your hook. And we're going to start with foundation single crochet stitches. You could also do regular single crochet stitches. I have the directions for that in the pattern as well. But for today I will be demonstrating foundation single crochet. So chain 2, go into the stitch, your first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, makes the chain, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're making a chain and a single crochet at the same time. To make another one, rotate your work so you're looking at the bottom of your stitches. Go under those 2 stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, makes the chain, and yarn over, pull through 2, makes the single crochet. If you're new to this stitch, I have a video tutorial that I will link for you that goes in more detail. Okay, so for size medium, I'm going to make 53 of these stitches, and once I get to 53, I'm going to place the stitch marker in number 53, okay? And that's going to mark where I should be for the next round to make my second corner. So continue making your foundation single crochet stitches until you get to the number where it says to place your stitch marker, depending on the size you'll be making. And complete your foundation single crochet row, and I will meet you back. I now have 104 foundation single crochet stitches, and to join them I'm going to slip stitch to my beginning foundation single crochet stitch with a slip stitch, and now I'm ready to begin round 2. Round 2 says beginning corner, so a beginning corner is chain 3, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, there's 1 and 2, chain 1, and then 3 double crochet in the same stitch. There's 1, 2, and 3. So here's our beginning corner, and every round is going to start this exact same way. Okay, so we have a chain 3, counts as our first double crochet, 2 doubles, chain 1 space, and then 3 doubles, and they're all going into that same space, the same stitch. To continue on with our round, we're setting up our rounds, our repeat rounds. Okay, we're going to chain 2, and then looking at our foundation stitches down here, count over to the 4th stitch. So we're going to skip 3 stitches, so count 1, 2, 3. Going into the 4th stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochet in there. So there's 1 and 2. and they're in the same exact stitch. So chain 2, and we're going to skip over to the 4th stitch, and so we're going to skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, going into the 4th, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. And we're going to repeat this until we get all the way over to our stitch marker. I'm now at the stitch marker, and I've got chain 2 already completed, and next I'm going to work a corner in the stitch marker. So that would be skipping those 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then going into that 4th stitch. I'm going to have to take that out, I think. I'm going to try not to. Okay, right there. Same. I want to leave it in if I can, so I can show you. Okay. So yarn over. We're going to place 3 doubles in the same space or stitch as the stitch marker. So there's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then put 3 more in that same space. 3 more doubles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So now, on this first side that we have completed, we have our beginning corner, and then counting the chain spaces, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 chain 2 spaces. Or if you prefer to count the stitches, I have the stitches as well in my pattern for you. So there should be 12 sets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So you can count either way. It doesn't matter which way you count. But the most important part is that this side over here is going to have the exact same stitch count as this side over here. Alright? Okay. So now we're going to work down the other side, and we're going to finish back at our beginning corner right here. So now we're going to work along the other side. We're going to do the exact same thing. So start by chaining 2, and you can take your stitch marker out if you like. Okay. Actually, I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to move it up to the chain 1 space of our corner. Okay, I just put it inside the space. That's where all the stitches are going to go next time, in the next round for the corner. Okay, so I have chain 2, and again skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, going into the 4th, 2 doubles, and repeat that sequence. I'm back to my beginning corner, and we're going to skip these last 3 stitches, and then we're going to come over to our beginning corner, and we're going to count up to the top of the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 3. Insert your hook there, and yarn over and slip stitch. And that ends our 2nd round. Okay, so here's how it's looking. Oops. Alright. So for round 3, which is our repeat round, it's almost exactly like, well, what we're going to do, we're going to slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. Okay. And then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space, and that's setting up our positioning to start round 3. Okay, so beginning corner, chain 3, place 2 doubles in the chain 1 space, chain 1, and then 3 doubles in the chain 1 space, another beginning corner, okay, chain 2, and then going just straight into our chain 2 space from the round below. We're going to work 3 doubles right in that big space there. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, skipping over to the next chain 2 space, 3 doubles in there. And each row, or round, we're going to increase on each side. We're going to increase by 1 chain 2 space and 3 double crochets. So that would be on one side, and again on the other side. It's going to mirror. Okay. So repeat this all the way down to your stitch marker where you have your second corner. So I've run out of yarn, and I'm going to be adding my second ball. And just imagine if your poncho was larger. Okay, and you're going to add your second ball. What I like to do is leave quite a bit of tail for weaving in later on, and just matching them up together, and then making a knot. Like that. And then I have the 2 tails that I'll just leave off to the side and continue working. At my stitch marker now, I have chain 2 on my already completed, and I'm going to skip over to that chain 1 space of my second corner and make a corner in the chain 1 space. So 3 doubles, chain 1, and 3 doubles. And you can move your stitch marker up if you like and place it in that chain 1 space. Once you get the hang of it, you won't need to do that, or you can keep doing that if you like. Okay? And then rotate your work and continue down the other side exactly the same way. And I'll see you back at the beginning corner. Back at my beginning corner, I have chain 2 already completed, and I'm just going to skip over here to the top of that chain 3 and slip stitch to end my round. And now we should have 14 chain 2 spaces, and then we're going to have on one side, and then we're going to have 13 cluster 3 double crochets on each side. Okay. So this pattern is this, so just repeat round 3. It's the same from now on. Okay, slip stitch over, 1, 2, and then go into that chain 1 space, slip stitch in there, and then start your beginning corner. Okay? And you will do this until you reach your desired size of your poncho. Okay, so we're working it top down. So your neck is here, you put it over your head, and then it folds over you, and it'll keep growing out and getting bigger as you keep increasing your rounds. Just keep doing more and more rounds. Okay? Now, to make the edging, I'm going to skip over to the edging. We're going to slip stitch to end the round. So once you have the size that you like, to make the edging, we're going to chain one and then single crochet in the same stitch, and then single crochet in the next, oh, I missed one, in the next stitch, and again in the next. So 3 singles, one in each double, okay? And then when we get to the chain one space of our corner, beginning corner, we're going to do 3 singles in there. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to kind of turn and start working down the side now, but we're still in the corner actually. So we're going to do 3 singles here, 1 in each double, so there's 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 singles in the chain 2 space, and then 1 single in each double, and then 2 in the chain 2 space. So we're going to repeat this all the way around. When we get to our second corner, we're just going to do 3 singles, 1 in each double crochet, 3 singles in the corner, and then going down the next side, it's going to be just like what we just did on this side. Okay? So 3 singles, and then 2, 3, and then 2. My last 2 single crochet stitches in the chain 2 space, and then slip stitch to your beginning stitch and end off your yarn. To show you how to weave in this beginning tail, the one that we started with originally on that foundation single crochet row. So go ahead and thread your yarn on a yarn needle, and we just want to close up this gap here. So I have my thread or my yarn on the yarn needle, and I'm going to go over here. I want to find that last foundation single crochet stitch and go underneath those 2 stitches. See how it's closing up already? So match that up. So you're matching up your very first foundation single crochet with your very last foundation single crochet. And then coming back over to your other side, bring that down. Okay. And then I'm going to put my yarn to the back of my work, my wrong side, and then just go ahead and weave in as you normally would. And being that it's holding my neckline together right here, I would go ahead and make a knot. You don't have to, and you can weave them in however you're comfortable. or however you were taught. But I find that making knots makes it more secure in the long run. I've had afghans come undone in the center, so I've kind of learned the hard way. And I just play it safe and make a few knots, okay? It's up to you if you want to do that. And then just pull the yarn down so that the knot goes in between the stitches. Some people like knots and some people don't. Anyway, that's how I weave in my ends, especially that beginning end, because it's a little bit different being that it's a foundation single crochet stitch. And then just go ahead and end out. To make the fringe, I've gone ahead and cut 6-inch pieces of yarn and separated them into groups of 5 strands. Fold in half and insert your hook in the chain 1 space of the point. Put it over your hook in the center and pull through, and then yarn the tails over your hook and pull them all through the center of your fringe and pull tight. And that's how I've made the fringe. I've placed my fringe in every other chain 2 space around the entire poncho. So to make another one, fold in half, skip 1 chain 2 space, come over to the next one, insert your hook, put your fringe on your hook in the middle, pull through, yarn the tails over your hook, and then pull them through the center of your fringe, and then pull tight. And that's how I made the fringe. Depending on how many chain 2 spaces you end up with on your final round, you may not be able to utilize the chain 2 spaces exactly every other one. So what I've done here, because that happened to me, so see, I have one here coming back down my poncho, skip 1 and then put one right next to my point, which would be fine, but I kind of wanted to mirror the other side as closely as possible. So I went ahead and I put my final piece of fringe right here where these 3 double crochets are, and that's how I did mine. Now you're not going to be able to really tell that it's off just a tiny bit, but it's better than taking out all these rows and all this fringe. Okay, you can just go ahead and move your last fringe over just a tiny bit. I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned a lot. Thank you for being here and crocheting with me today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website at thepurpleponcho.com for more crochet, knit, and Tunisian crochet patterns. Have a great day.